Hi everyone, Finbar here, Unisphere PM. Today I wanted to give you an overview of the Unisphere 9.0 HTML5 release. Currently we're looking at the array dashboard. This screen gives you a single pane of glass view of your systems. It allows you to check in a number of categories including compliance, capacity, health score, throughput, IOPS and efficiency. You can select these categories and drill down accordingly as you wish. You also have the card view, which gives you a concise summary of these categories in a list view, where you can easily identify problems and select a certain object if you wish to investigate further. This is a new section within 9.0, allowing you a view of your VMware specific elements in your environment, allowing you an end-to-end picture of your storage from your storage down to your VM. To set it up, you need only register with a read-only vCenter user. To obtain more detailed information, just select one of the ESXi servers in question. Then select View Details. Here we have 4 tiles with details, masking views, virtual machines, and the performance. In the performance section, we have a good summary of the relevant storage information you need, including array, director, port, and storage group information, which allows you to get a good overall picture of your environment. Database Storage Analyzer is a feature that was available in 8.x, but we have integrated it more closely within the product. It's an excellent way of troubleshooting and diagnosing potential database problems. By selecting a database that potentially has a problem, it allows you to drill down further by selecting View All Details. Here we can see how we overlay the performance of a database with the storage array, so you can quickly isolate if there is a problem. As you can see here, the database reads have spiked, but the storage is pretty flat, so that would indicate the problem lies on the database side. We also have an analytics section, whereby you can filter by a variety of objects if you wish. The storage tile gives you important device and storage group information, allowing you a storage-centric view for troubleshooting if you require. This is the array dashboard. It gives you an overall picture of the array focused on a variety of items such as system health, storage group compliance, capacity, and replication. You can drill down on any of these tiles. In the performance section, we focus on 3 key performance indicators: host IOs per second, latency, and throughput, to give you an indication of how busy the box is. In the capacity section, we can look at the capacity trend, but we can also focus on what has been given out on the box and what has actually been written. Here we have the system health section. It allows you to view a score of your overall health of the array based on a variety of factors, including configuration, capacity, system utilization, service level compliance, and storage group response time. Here we have a value of 90, which is based on a -10 factor here. That is because there is an issue in respect of service level compliance on this particular storage group. From here, you have the ability to jump down to that storage group and do some further troubleshooting as required. The SRDF topology view is a new feature within 9.0. What we've gone for is an ability to give you a visual representation of your SRDF link and RA group status, whereby if you hover over the link, it indicates what the potential problem is. You can take corrective action from here as you wish. Along the bottom of the screen, you can see the legend, whereby it indicates which particular SRDF mode you are in. Also in this particular section we have an NDM migration piece, whereby if you are performing an NDM migration you can switch to monitor how it is progressing from here. Role-based access control is a new feature within 9.0. You can access it through the settings piece, going to users and groups and local users. What we've given you here is the ability to limit access of certain users to defined roles, such as an application owner who you may want to give certain roles over to and leave it at that. So your storage administrator is still your super user. I'm just going to outline a simple use case here. It's probably the easiest way of explaining it. So for this particular application owner, app 1, I want to give him the ability to do local replication to back up his own application, and also performance monitor, which will allow him to do a certain amount of performance checking before he engages his storage administrator. Select save. So by setting this up, I have given a certain amount of control over to that application owner, whereby he can do his own backups and do a certain amount of performance checking as required. If he needs further help, he can then engage with the storage administrator. Storage group real-time granularity is a new feature available with 9.0. You also require to be at 5978 code. What it allows you to do is collect 30-second data on the storage group. So in order to set it up, you need to go to the performance section, system registrations, and here on the right hand side you can see the storage group real time. It's been configured here. I want to drill down on this particular one. So there are a certain amount of caveats here. You need to set it up here in this particular section. You can only monitor up to 5 storage groups at a time, and it's 1 array at a time per Unisphere instance. And also there's only 8 metrics available, but they are your typical KPIs. But what it gives you is the ability to get back 30-second data as opposed to 5-minute data, which gives you a finer level of granularity in your troubleshooting efforts. Finally, in the performance section, we have made a great deal of improvements in this area. In the dashboard section, we have a new view in the storage group dashboard. So if you drill down on a storage group, firstly you're presented with storage group workload. You've also got IO profile, performance thresholds, storage group noisy neighbor, which we will select here. So the storage group noisy neighbor is a very useful view for troubleshooting, because it gives you an indication of the front-end directors and the front-end ports that are being shared, and also the storage groups that are on those FAs. So if you do have a potential rogue storage group that is causing a lot of I/O, high response times, high host megabytes per second, you will easily see it in this particular section. Next up is the charting piece. So this has changed quite a bit, but we have made an awful lot of improvements in terms of functionality and usability. We allow you to draw charts, move them between tabs, copy charts, adjust timelines, and add different metrics. So I just wanted to walk you through a quick use case to know what I mean by this. So I'm just going to call this test 1. Select my array, select hits, reads and writes, create my chart. So I'm going to select this chart, I'm going to copy it, and for this particular chart I want to edit it, and I want to move the timeline to the last 8 hours, and I want to add a different metric. Select save. For this particular tab I'm just going to call it Monday, but I also want to go back further in time. I'm going to call this Sunday. I'm going to select all charts on my Monday tab. I want to copy them over to my Sunday tab. It's been done. So here I can select all charts. If I want to make further edits, I have that ability. I can go back further in time as I wish, and I can add more metrics as I wish. Also in the heat map, we have made a significant amount of improvements. We've changed the style in the view, and if a port is particularly busy or a director is particularly busy, you can hover over it, get more information on it. Here we've drilled down percentage busy, response time, host megabytes per second, and you have the ability to jump in context to the charting section with your port already pre-selected. Today I've focused on the areas which are significantly different or new from 8.4. Other areas such as storage, hosts, data protection, system and events are quite similar, but just in a HTML5 format. We have retained all the core functionality, so the differences are only cosmetic. I hope you found this video informative. In future videos we will focus on greater detail on certain items. Thank you for viewing, and please don't forget to hit subscribe.